So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to today's video. We're going to be looking at UFL and seeing what's going on in regards to the game. But before we do that, we've finally done it, folks. We finally reached 100,000 subscribers. Thank you for all the kind comments and everything else that you guys have been leaving, whether it be on Twitter or YouTube. It's taken a while. I mean, it's taken way longer than I would have wanted it to, but look, I take pride in the fact that I've basically got to this level just putting out PES content and then obviously some FIFA, but the majority of my content has always been PES, which isn't, let's say, the most favorable game when you kind of compare the two, but we got there, so thank you, folks. Now, we are going to be streaming probably, most likely on Sunday, okay? I want to maybe do the Arsenal-Manchester United game, and then we'll kind of go from there. So it'll be a little bit of a celebratory stream. So yeah, tune in if you would like. Anyway, let's dive into today's video. So yesterday, UFL came out with a brand new sort of journey. It was about 20 minutes actually. And what I've done is I've cut out all the actual gameplay snippets to look at. But before we get into this, I do want to go over a couple of things. So the first thing is UFL itself has been delayed, okay? It's not really a surprise. I think we all thought this was coming, but they are being very transparent with us, and that's what I like to see. So they basically said, in line with our transparency principles. I love it. Why not? We've prepared this video instead of a press release. We are in firm can't even speak. We are firm in prioritizing quality over speed and learning from your feedback along the way as we share our progress. And basically, it was a video from the CEO himself, Eugene, just giving you a little bit of, an insight. So this is what's happening. The focus of the dev team will be the core mechanic upgrades, AI updates, and then graphic updates. First one will be ready September 22nd. But the game has officially been delayed till next year. And we'll talk about that as well, while we're watching this video. So I'm going to go ahead and run this. As I said, I literally sat there and I cut this video down to about 6 minutes of just showing strict in-game footage about the stadiums. I will leave the direct link to this in the description. It really, look, I'll be honest with you. I'm loving the fact that the CEO, the company themselves, are just coming out and they're showing us how they're developing this game. Before this video came out, I had no idea the level of complexity that it takes to create, just one stadium. I know it wasn't an easy thing to do. I know programming, designing, it's not easy. But when you listen to the video, and they were talking about, everything just from the bins themselves, right? The tiny microscopic details that you see all around the stadium, they've all been handcrafted and designed by the developers themselves. Even like the face, they're not slacking in the department where other, EA or Konami sometimes using technology to speed things up, maybe having a lot of the players, or not the players, but the crowd themselves looking exactly the same. Well, Strikers Inc., they said they're not doing that. They're automating it, but every single person will have a different face. It doesn't matter for what kind of stadium you're in. Some stadiums will have a lot more stewards than others. If you're playing at somewhere like West Ham, and they did show it, you're going to obviously see the bubble machine as well. I don't know if the bubbles are actually relevant, if they actually show during the game, which would be kind of cool. I know they have that in FIFA, and it actually does look really nice. So it's cosmetic, but it adds a little bit to the game. As you can see there right now, there is all the stewards that are lined up. Graphically, folks, this game is getting better. I mean, it's all a work in progress. They are using the Unreal Engine. So, I mean, I'll be honest, I think this game could look better than eFootball, because I feel like these programmers and developers, I don't know, there's something about them that they are just going to keep improving and enhancing. Now, gameplay, I don't know. We've seen snippets of gameplay, and it does seem rather arcadey. I think it's going to be hard for anyone to compete with what eFootball can do, because Konami have just had so much experience in that department, and they've always, let's be honest, PES has always had good gameplay. Like, there's been certain iterations that have been a little bit poor. PES 14, PES 2008. Those were the start of the new engines, and they were pretty crap, to be honest. But Once Konami started actually finding their feet, I've always enjoyed their gameplay. It's not for everyone. No, it's not. But that's why you have, you know, numerous different football games to play. So I'm not saying that UFL is really going to compete gameplay-wise with eFootball, but they can certainly compete when it comes to like online play and, you know, rewards, stuff to do, events, just keeping the game fresh and alive. And because it is free to play, you know, Strikers Inc. already have an audience. You know, people like myself, people like you who play FIFA or PES or eFootball now. We're going to go and check this game out because why wouldn't you? It's a football game. I love football. You guys love football. You want to play it. So yeah, I think there's huge potential, and I really am loving the fact that they are showing us these videos, and they're not 1 minute, 2 minute videos. They're 20 minutes, and they're talking to developers who are telling us, like right here, they were showing the seats, and the way it works is, oh yeah, we can actually go back and look at that real quick. Basically, what he was showcasing here was all these dots is pretty much like a bunch of fans and stuff, and then they switch it up, and then they can put the chairs. So they do the fans first, and then they populate the chairs, so then they obviously can sit on something because you don't want to be standing for a whole game. And it's crazy. It's the level of detail obviously is insane. And I think when you put videos out like this, someone like myself who does like to critique, I like to critique people's work. I just like to do it. But I finally get to see and realize, okay, maybe now, I mean, you can see right here, just them, they're using Maya, as you can tell by the, well, I think they're using Maya. But literally him just moving him left to right, they can change stewards. So then when they go into a stadium, they can then change the stewards and stuff on the fly. It's very cool tech. It really is. Go and watch the original video. As I said, I'll leave it in the description. 20 minutes long. But they tell you really everything you need to know about stadiums and developing it. And not just that, but also the lighting. You're going to see that in a second as well, because obviously the lighting. But that right now doesn't look too shabby. I mean, the crowd, yeah, could do with a little bit of work, but they're going to keep enhancing it. But, you know, it doesn't look terrible. It looks smooth. There's anti-aliasing, as you can see. Even the grass here, it's not completely even. I don't know if that's how it's meant to be, but you know, it's just the microphone looks nice. It's just they're getting there, folks. They're getting there from what we saw. And I do think it's a very wise decision for them to say, all right, let's postpone this a little bit. I know it's been crazy over there in Ukraine, and I fully understand. There we go. There it is. The bubble machine at the London Stadium there at West Ham. Looks great. I mean, it's a simple little addition, but, you know, they've handcrafted these to put them in the game. But definitely, it is very smart for them to go, okay, let's continue to develop this game. And then next year, when it's time to unleash it, and I really hope they put out some sort of a beta, keep tweaking it. Keep tweaking it. You know, it is free to play. There's not really a gamble for them. They don't need to rush this game out. Just keep tweaking it, enhancing it, get the feedback from us, and then tweak it again. And who knows, in a couple of years' time, we could be sitting here going, remember UFL when it first came out? We were like, I don't know. But now, it's a damn good game. So, you know, who knows? So there's a look at the lighting as well, all around the stadiums. But they look nice, nicely designed, nicely developed. Here, once again, the developer kind of showing you what it looks like in his aspect. And then you obviously, and we obviously see the final render of these beautiful stadiums. I mean, they are getting ridiculous. I mean, they are. They're very, very nice to look at. It is just a stadium, yes, but I love to see it. You know, you want to see the most realistic looking game graphic stadiums that you can possibly get. And it's only going to get better. I mean, we look back in 5 years' time, you know, I was telling Kayla, the missus, the other day, like, graphically games now are just ridiculous. They are getting to that level that we never thought we'd see. But we will. We will continue to see them develop more and more. I mean, ray tracing has come about now. It's gone crazy. Anyway, folks, that was it. That was the video. As I said, about 6.5 minutes long. And yeah, a really, really nice look at all the stadiums, and not all of them. This is some of them. There's obviously going to be a lot more in the game. They're going to keep adding more. But just how they look, how they develop them. You didn't listen to them, you listened to me. But if you want to see the original, go and check it out. Anyway, let me know your thoughts below. I just wanted to give you an update. UFL is delayed till next year, but I think it's wise, it's smart, it gives them time to do what they need to do to make this game, you know. I just want a good, fun game. Give me something fun to play. It doesn't have to be super realistic. I'm playing football for that. Give me something fun, rewarding, and, you know, something to do. Anyway, till next time, we'll be back shortly. Thank you very much for the 100K. I love you all. Until next time, take care.